Okay, welcome back to our next part. As discussed in the last episode, what we did was I went ahead and moved everything over. We got the pallets set up. I got everything out of the chest, deconstructed the chest at the old camp. We're now 100% set up in our new temporary base here in the Elven Biome, or the Elven Quarters, as I've seen it pronounced in some of this. And our objective for this episode is going to be getting some steel equipment and possibly checking out the first part of the mines. I'm really excited to get started on this, and moving on to our next endeavors. In the return to Moria. I forgot we had so much stuff still on the ground in here from that massive fight that we had in here. I don't know if some of y'all remember that or if you have seen the episode yet. By the way, if you have missed some of our beginning episodes, I do apologize for the quality of some of them, but they are in a playlist that I have made available on the channel. You can find them all the way up to part 6. So let's see what we need. So we're going to need elven wood, steel ingots, and hide. Steel ingots, elven wood, and hide. So let's see. What does it take to make steel ingots? Steel ingot. 3 and 3. So I believe we have enough to do that with. We'll have to go back here and find out. I actually think I have 5 steel ingots, which would be the perfect amount that we need right now to craft us this new pickaxe and this new gear. So let's go ahead and do that. Sorry for the choppiness of the gameplay at the moment. I don't know exactly what's going on with my PC, but every once in a while I'm getting bits and pieces of where it just looks a little choppy, and it feels choppy. I don't know if that's something I have to do in settings to fix, but you can see it's just a little blurry. And again, I apologize for the audio from these videos. I know that they're going to be a lot of back and forth. It's me tweaking a lot of the settings, trying to figure out where I want things. Alright, so first things first. We're going to look at this here, and let's see. Steel pickaxe. We do have enough to make that, and we have enough to make this steel hammer. So let's go ahead and craft. And craft. Awesome, and we can now build a elven wood chest. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to move this over here, move this down here. Let's go ahead and throw these into here. I do want to go ahead and throw... We're just going to throw some miscellaneous things in here. I do not need the axe. Or no, I need the axe, sorry. I do not need the simple pickaxe anymore, and I do not need the gift. Alright. So now that we have a brand new pickaxe, I feel like we're going to be able to mine a lot more stuff and a lot more interesting things. And with our new steel hammer, we can now fix some of the statues in this area. Get some of the recipes from them, as I'm definitely excited to get those. Would love some new gear. I don't know about y'all, but I love crafting gear in games. I don't like necessarily some of the grind involved in it, but when it does give me the option, I definitely enjoy that part. So we're at least going to accomplish some of that today. So what we're going to need for sure is a good amount of this. We'll probably do... Yeah, we'll do 90. I think that's a good amount. I don't know necessarily how much it's going to take, but we'll go around the whole area. We'll grab up some of the statues, and we'll take out some of the orc bases. I think we'll do that, and that'll probably be this episode. I'm not going to make it too long. I'm probably going to make a longer formed episode when we go into the mines. I think that that's going to be how I work this. And y'all can tell me if you prefer something else. But to me, that seems like the best step. By the way, I know some of y'all probably screaming at me. I just missed this statue altogether. Let's go ahead and get to it and rebuild. Rebuild. There we go. Ooh, look at that. I can already form a shield. Also, let me know down in the comments if next episode we can do I can do some mining either offline, or if you prefer, I can do it in episode. And what we'll do is we'll go around and do some mining, and we'll craft one of those shields that we can craft back in the main chamber, the Elven Forge area. Because I think that's the only place you can craft it. I don't know that for sure. Look at that. We can already craft that shield. That's awesome. But you're only allowed one masterwork weapon or shield or piece of armor on your character. So we definitely have to be picky and choosy. But I think for now, a shield would be great. Anything's, you know, an improvement, I think, over what we've got. Even though it's a tier 2, that would be a really interesting thing to start accumulating, in my opinion.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this wood scraps. I did, while I was transporting our materials, I had noticed that the bears are moving around. I don't know if it's that they just made this area a little bit harder since I got the forge up and running, but I've now seen bears in locations that I'm not used to seeing them in. They were in that one spot only, but now they're kind of migrating, I guess you could say, in a way. Alright, let's go ahead and rebuild this one. I hope I have enough stone for this. If not, I may actually have to either run back to base or just start mining. Look at that. Got some coal there. Alright, let's keep moving on. Did I drop some stone here? Look at that. Past me knew what future me might need. I say that, but I actually doubt I did that on purpose. But, I do appreciate those that are watching the videos and watching them into their longevity. I'm really enjoying putting out the content. It's something I've always wanted to do, as I've mentioned before in previous videos. I hope y'all are enjoying them too, even if those that are new, that are just finding me by random on like a suggestion page or anything like that. And I hope y'all continue to keep coming back and watching as we continue in and making our bases bigger and better and exploring Moria in its entirety. I definitely noticed blocking with this thing is not doing me the best of service. Let's go ahead and take this down. Get this orcish key. Go ahead and unlock the chest. What do we got? Gold. Take that. Take that. Oh, look at that iron. It's just wanting us to craft that shield. Go ahead and take that too. Alright, let's go ahead and... I know I can go down there. Let's go ahead and check over here. And then we'll loop around, back around to the that area. I just want to make sure we check everywhere that we're close to at the moment. Oh, some more stuff there. I don't know where all these statues are, but look at that. We're just nailing where these are at. I have seen... in some of the... I was checking out some of the recipes. I have seen that hide is going to become a big factor in them. So that's definitely going to be on our to-do list, is getting some of these animals in here, and sadly enough to say, going to have to start sacrificing some of them so that we can get our materials needed to craft some of this upper tier things that we're finding. I definitely know that once we get into the mines, I have heard, this is from a friend of mine, I have heard that it gets definitely more recipes, more things that you can do, more chances of customization, or not chances, but more options for customization. And that excites me. I don't know about y'all, but that really does excite me. Let's go ahead and bring out our shield.
What was that?
Heck, I bring it out and I instantly take a hit. Look at that. More coins, more arrows, jade. There we go. Alright. So far, I'm thinking this is going over pretty smooth. Maybe a little too smooth, but hey, we'll take it. I don't mind if things go a little bit our way every once in a while. I don't know if there's any statues in here, but we're going to go check it out. I think that's all the orc camps in this area, which would be a blessing, because I have really gotten tired of taking them on in this particular area. Not that they're hard, per se, but definitely not something I want to keep fighting over and over and over again, if I can help it. Oh, I missed. Did I already open this chest? I did, but I forgot something in it. There we go. That's the main chamber. I doubt I need to go in there, but I haven't been this way, so let's go ahead and check this out. I'm just running into the deer in here. Okay. Let's see. Anything back this direction? A chest. Have I opened this? It's empty. I think I have been this way. It's just been a while. Well, alright. Guess we'll check out this way for any more statues. I'm not seeing any more statues out this direction. I guess that's all the ones in this area. I mean, we did get a full set for not only the shield, but those elven arrows. Wait, is that a statue? I don't think so. Anyway. Do we want to go into the mines? I know I just mentioned about making that. I think we at least look. It does not hurt to look. My curiosity, it gets the better of me. Especially when I see things that are just right in front of me like this. I mean, this is just exciting. Wow. There's a goblin nearby.
Oh, the mines of Moria. I hope you lead to Dwarodelf and some treasures along the way. I need a better weapon for this.
Wow. Look at this. Is that not beautiful? And look at that. We've already got some more. That's a different type of ore there. So, that looks like iron, which we do need some iron. I'm just going to get a little bit of it. I don't need much. I still want to save that for the comments. Like, do we want to go mining? Especially now that we're in a new area.
If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if he would not flee, I would hang that tail on a copper nail. Wolf for dinner for me. My pickaxe swings true.
Like those ditties. I love those songs. Let's see here. E to read. Am I reading it? Okay. We may have to figure that out. But wow. Oh, look. There's a statue down there. We'll have to make a mental note of that when we actually do come in here. Wow. That's just amazing. Again, I cannot keep saying it enough. I love the environment and the architecture in this game. It's so beautiful. I know it's not the most, like, some people would say, oh, it's not like crisp graphics and all this stuff, but I mean, I gotta admit, that's some pretty good graphics for an area. I mean, you look at this, look at that. That is gorgeous, in my opinion. Gorgeous. I did not even see this. Yeah, see, look, I haven't even collected that. What does that say? Another thing from Gandalf. Huh. Well, we're following a path of Gandalf. That's pretty cool. I guess we could put the torch away since it's dawn. Go ahead and bring out my trusty sword here. I think what we do is just go back to base, fix up our gear, maybe distribute. I do think what I'll probably end up doing is taking a look at some of the things that we can craft. Maybe craft us some new stuff at our base. Nothing maybe too fancy. It depends on what it takes to craft some of this stuff. I do like that we're getting a lot of gold coins. I did find out that you can build like something to do with the gold, like you build a pile of it, and that it gives you like some sort of boon. I don't know what the boon does, and I know it doesn't last long, but that definitely excites me though. Granted, it doesn't seem to take much to do that. Oh, look at that, a chest. Again, I look and I see shiny. Instantaneously just looks that way. But my inventory is full. I'm running low on stamina. I've got damaged health. I think we just continue back home. That seems like the better option, especially because I keep running into things. And I've still got to take on a bear at some point. I would love to see what happens if I can kill a bear. I think with some of this new recipes that we've got, maybe we'll get one for like a weapon. I mean, even if we get like the shield, like I talked about, like the Masterwork shield, even if we get that, maybe that's worth it enough to take on a bear. Because I don't think I could do it with the sword. That's for sure. Again, I left something in the chest. That kind of upsets me that I'm leaving stuff in chests. I probably had good reason for it. Previous me did. But right now me's wondering, why did I leave that there for so long? Is that a statue that I have not fixed? Or have I fixed that one? Oh, look at that. We found another one. Close to home, too. Oh, and another one. What do we got here? Oh, that one just gave me materials. It gave me ore. I mean, hey, less I have to mine, the better, I guess. And what about this one? That one gave me ore as well, and coal. Well, we might be back for the coal. I don't really have space at the moment on my character. I did also notice we've got a massive hole over here, but nothing's come through it. I actually think we're one of the only real things that can fit through it. So I've got like another mini entrance, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'm the only one that can get through it, so for now. I'm not saying I want to jinx myself, but let's go ahead and deposit all of that. Let's get some wood deposited. Oh, did not mean to do that. We're definitely filling up this pallet. It's already filled. Okay, I'm gonna have to build another wood pallet, or just start keeping some on me, possibly. Oh, I got stuff out going out my ears. At some point, because it's gonna bother me to no end, I'm gonna have to reorganize these chests, especially if we're gonna make this sort of our home for right now. Granted, knowing me and my luck, I'll make this our home, and then I'll find another spot that's even better, and then I'll be regretting that I made this area our home. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the repair smithy, fix up our gear. There we go. Alright, now let's take a look at what we can craft here. So can I only craft that back at the other location? I think so. Okay, let me go to that other area and check on what we need. We'll probably save, like I said, the Masterwork one for later. but I do want to check and see. Oh, I forgot about food. Well, we're right here. We're right here. Right next to the forge. So, I don't need to worry about that too much, but it is affecting my stamina levels. It'll be fine. Haven't died yet, but I guess I should pick this stuff up while I have the chance. It's been sitting there, and I've just let it sit there. Last thing I need is someone coming in and going, hey, why haven't you picked this stuff up? All in due time. That's all I can say. And that deer keeps not haunting me, but mocking me. Alright. Yeah, I was right. You can only craft it in here. Okay. So this takes true quartz, bronze ingot, elven wood, and hide. It's a tier 1 shield, though. I've got a tier 2 on my character right now. What does this take? Elven wood, hide, steel ingots, bronze ingot. I think everything but the bronze is what we've got. I bet you that new material that we saw in there is the bronze. But I don't know how much it would take to make the ingots. It does take a few... It takes like 3 iron ore to make the steel ingot. So maybe it'll do the same. I don't know. I'll have to find out. But for now, what I think we'll do, we'll go back to base, get our food. We'll go ahead and call this episode. I know we didn't really do very much. I think that's an okay thing for now. Just because we had such a long episode, the last one. Again, if you haven't seen it, I've got a playlist made up. We took out all the orcs in this area. And I think that that's going to be a good leaving off point for now. Oh, my goodness.
Quiet. I see prey.
Ow. Oh. Man, talk about a lot of enemies right in one spot. I didn't expect to walk out and have a pack of wolves on me. Oh, I missed. There we go. He was nearby. Might as well get the hide off of him. Okay. Let's go ahead and get back in our base. We also need to start getting some food together. I know that I've had some on me for a while, but man, am I running into some... I think I'm going to run into some issues here if I don't start worrying about that a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this other wood pallet built. There, right out in front. That'll be fine. I don't even have any more, so I had just enough to build that. Alright. Let's go ahead and get in our miscellaneous chest. We'll deposit similar. I did find that out too. There's a button there to deposit similar, and it takes everything that's in this chest that you have on your person and puts it over in there. I was literally just mentioning that I thought that that would be a great feature to add into this game. Would be that you could do that. I want this back. I need to fix my gear. Been in that chest. I want that chest. Here we go. Deposit similar. Deposit similar. We'll go ahead and put these feathers in here. I don't think that they need to go in there. Again, actually, I'm at base. I don't need to do that. I don't know what's wrong with my thinking there. Here we go. Man, they are breaking my gear like crazy. Alright, let's craft this. Food. We'll eat it up. And go to bed. Then we'll call this episode right there. There we go. Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching. And next episode, we're going to be going into the mines. Especially with our new pickaxe. Our new steel hammer. If we find any more statues, we're definitely going to be taking care of those. I can't wait to get into these mines. Really start delving deep. And now that we're closer to them, we don't have to go near as far. Who knows? Maybe we'll find another area to build a base at, and we just decide, hey, move this base, get over to a new one. I mean, don't get me wrong, the base building in this is actually pretty fun. It's very smooth, very fluid. I don't feel like it takes much work other than taking materials back and forth. That's the only part that takes forever, as you probably witnessed in the last episode, because we ended up doing that for a good while. I mean, there was other elements, but that running back and forth took up a lot of time. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.